Here we go now.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, guys. Your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Be sure to let us know if you could hear us, see us, all the good things. You have been asking for it. The ultimate Real Housewives recap takeover is back with Brooke, Ashley, and Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast. All of their information will be available in the description. So I'll give you a second. Go make sure you're following them. If you're not already, follow them on their YouTube channel and their podcast, but all that information will be available in the description. What's going on, Brooke? What's going on, Taria?
Hey.
I'm glad to be back with the band again.
Yes.
Officially.
We got the band back together again. Before we even get into everything that's been going on when it comes to Real Housewives, it's the holidays. So first of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year. Brooke, I'm gonna start with Taria because Taria and I got a bone to pick with Brooke because she's living her best life over there for the holidays. Okay, she was at David Yurman, and I was like, wait a second, I need something from David Yurman. Why wasn't I invited? But okay, Taria, how did you spend your holidays?
Let's see. I spent the week before Christmas with my mom, dad, 2 out of 3 kids. Missed the last one, but she lives in North Carolina. It was a lot. And then my 2 brothers, my brother's wife, and my nephew. My kids were the only grandkids for 21 years. So now that they got everything, I said, okay, my brother, you can have kids because my kids had got everything. And we all went to Florida for the week. Nice. And I am blessed looking around, looking at everything I may want, that I like being with my mom, my dad, my brothers, my kids want to hang out with us. When I tell you, we just had an amazing time. Then my mom, my dad, one of my brothers came here for Christmas. 2 of my uncles came for Christmas. And I was like, I'm really blessed to still have these people in my life. Then I got all emotional. We gave the kids money this year. Normally there's like a pile of gifts. And I had to learn because I was like, what do you guys want? They don't really want a lot, right? They can get their own things. Yeah. So I could barely write their cards out. I'm crying, trying to talk to them because it was also about me watching them unwrap gifts, watching them be excited, watching the joy of knowing we got that for them. So I'm crying. They're like, oh, Mom, we love you. And I'm like, give me a minute. I'm strong. I don't break. Give me a minute. But just the love that was in this house. So I had a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
Oh, that sounds really amazing. Brooke, and how did you spend yours?
We know because we didn't hear from her.
I mean, I can't say that.
You see how they do, y'all?
You know what? Wait, let me go back. I'm going to take it back. I heard from her on Christmas Day, like the bells. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. But normally me and my sister text like multiple times.
Y'all, you see how they're ganging up on me already? You see how it's already a two versus one already? We just started the chat and they're already ganging up on me. They're already ganging up on me. You know I'm outside.
You know what it is? It's jealousy. It's our jealousy because you're living your best life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we want you to live your best life.
Yeah.
We're a little jealous.
And we're enjoying watching you, but also I'm like, hello? What are you doing?
y'all, you see how they're throwing me under the bus? Throwing me under the bus already, honey.
Because we love her. That's why we love you.
Well, at least Taria didn't ask you, did you spend it with a special someone? But I'll throw it out there.
Family, just all, special people. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holiday season. And yes, it's been great. I went out last night with my family.
Wow.
So it's just been every single night. It's been something. A Christmas party. We did Christmas Eve at my aunt's house, like we do every year. Christmas Day, we opened up gifts, and my mom had a brunch at her house.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So she did jerk chicken and waffles, macaroni salad, cornbread. She did greens, mixed salad. We had champagne.
Nice.
She did. Yeah, so it's just been nonstop eating. My aunt did lobster mac and cheese, meatballs, tuna tartare, seared tuna. So and then last night we went out to a Japanese restaurant. So it's just been nonstop. So it's been a good time. It's been a good. Oh, you are too funny. Not you say you guys are so funny.
But Brooke is set up like me. We're both Tauruses. So once we find someone, y'all not gonna know about it until it's like secure.
I was gonna say that's exactly.
Like,
I have a
know
Taurus.
I
have a Taurus 21-year-old, so I know y'all's game. So if you notice in our friendships, you know how I see how I move because I'm raising one, so I know y'all.
Yeah, guys, you just joining us. I'm here with the Brooke, Ashley, and Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast. But Brooke, did you get anything beautiful that you want to share from the David Yurman store?
Oh, yes. Okay, so, I got my newest bangle. How beautiful. How gorgeous. It's the 18-karat yellow gold with the diamonds.
Love.
And I'm in love. So I'm trying to have a stacked wrist all 2026.
Yes.
Come on.
All right. All right.
Yes.
I say take it past the elbow.
Can we put that on it? Can we put that on a t-shirt? I'm trying to have a stacked wrist. Please, can I get a stacked wrist?
Yes,
please?
yes. I'm trying to get a Rolex, some Cartier.
Come on.
Like we trying to be real. Yes, stacked.
Please. Just like never says stacked, so it says stacked. Come on.
Stacked, yes.
That's all you need on the t-shirt. Stacked.
Yes. And you know what? Make it whatever your stack is, get stacked.
Yes.
Exactly.
Stacked. We stacking this money. We stacking this wrist all 2026. Okay.
Come on.
Just saying. All right, ladies. I know why all of you are here, and shout out to the replay crew as well. I'm sorry you missed it, but we put up the link how many days ago? You had plenty of time to remind yourself. But I get it. Some of you are at work. Some of you are in a different zip code or area code or time zone. That's fine. But don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to follow our guests as well. Ladies, I think we should start off with the most boring of the Real Housewives cities that's currently out right now. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills new season is here. Okay, I'm saying it's boring, but you might feel differently. Everyone that comes here, guests or not, and those of you in the live chat can share their opinion. If you're loving the season, that's fine. I want to hear your explanation for why you think that it's an amazing season. I'm going to start with Brooke. Brooke, how are you feeling about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season? Are you even recapping it?
Yes, I recapped the first 2 episodes. Episode 3, I was like, okay, I'm out. So I'm gonna catch up later. So episode 3 still has not been recapped. I might recap it maybe later on today or maybe tomorrow.
Okay. So make sure you guys are following.
Yeah, but so far, I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
like I would give it that. Like I feel like there might be some potential.
Okay. And when you say potential, like where are you finding that potential? Is it the newbies or is it the storyline?
I think with Rachel Zoe, I am intrigued to know more about the divorce with Roger. I think that Rachel Zoe is really bringing it. Like I wasn't expecting that. I thought that she might be like quiet, but I was like, no, she really isn't a wallflower.
Yes.
I like her confessionals. I like how she's interacting with the ladies. It's very seamless. It's very smooth. There's not that like awkwardness that you get from a newbie. So I think that I have some hope that Rachel might come in and save the day.
Oh, and how do you feel about Amanda?
Amanda, I'm still on the fence about. Like, I still have to, I'll give her a chance. I'm open-minded. I know that the stories have come out that there were some charges against her, allegedly, right? There were some charges. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not true. I don't know. But supposedly there's some charges against her. So who knows? But she seems interesting. Like the whole, I don't know. Listen.
Have you even watched episode 3? Because episode 3 might make you think those charges might be real.
Yes, I saw that. I saw the last half. I need to rewatch it again. But the last half, when she's talking to Dorit and Bose at the restaurant, and Bose was just like, "Girl, what does this have to do with investing money?" Okay, so y'all said that she's a grifter. I'm screaming.
Scamanda. That's the good one.
Taria, how are you feeling about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season?
I have to use the same analogy I use for Potomac. Potomac, I call my cotton candy. It tastes good. It can be exciting, but it's not substantive, right? Beverly Hills is. You ever been to a bar or somewhere? Well, before COVID, and if they may set out a bowl of nuts in front of you, right? And because you're there and you're talking and you just not even enjoying or realizing that you're eating them, but because it's there, you're picking them up. Because Beverly Hills is here, I'm watching it.
Oh.
But the nuts that they put out in the bars, I wouldn't go to the store and grab them off the shelf. I eat them when I go to the bar because they're there. Beverly Hills, I'm not seeking out. I'm not pushing out. Oh, it's on today. That's right. I got to recap. That's where it is for me.
That's an interesting analogy. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, one of the big standout storylines of the season has to be the fact that Kyle has finally come out of the closet. Officially, Kyle is out of the closet. Apparently, she had some sort of relationship with Morgan, and she's confirming it. So how did you feel about that, Taria, about her finally coming out of the closet?
There's a part of me that didn't feel genuineness. Not saying that it's not real, because we know it's real.
I think we knew it was real here.
Yes, and that's what I was going to say. You taunted this. You flaunted this relationship. You tattooed your initial on her. You brought this woman around and giddy in that luncheon when they were talking about scissoring and all of this, and you played coy. And now all of a sudden, 2 years later, when you can control how it comes out, or you can be the victim in the situation, because everybody's asking me. So I'm the victim because everybody's asking me and I'm just trying to live my life. You don't get to do that. And so I'm not even interested. Moving on. What's Mo doing?
Oh,
yep.
Brooke, how did you feel about Kyle's coming out story this season?
I feel like it was 2 years too late. The same thoughts as Taria. And listen, I got some people in my comments saying that, it can be difficult to come out, and I don't want to negate anybody's experience. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the LGBT community at all.
Yeah,
I get that, but I think my thing is, if she were, I guess, like, if somebody tried to like out her, then I would understand like why she waited so late. But this was not a case of her being outed or forced to come out. This was a case of she wanted the attention, because you don't bring your lover on the show to then say, well, we can't ask about it, right? That's not fair. You can't have it both ways. If she really wanted it to be private, she would not have had Morgan on the show. We see them getting tattoos. They're both giggling. We all know what it looks like when somebody's in love, right?
Yeah. And if you don't want people to speculate, are you doing a music video with this?
Yes. She did the music video. It was definitely giving a Brazzers, like P-Hub tea, okay? It was giving very much that. You can't do all that and then say like nobody asked me, and then finally reveal the truth 2 years later, and then try to act like we were the cause of why you were having such a hard time. And you can't blame the viewers. You teased us for 2.5 years, respectfully.
And then did you hear the rumors that apparently she may have paid paparazzi to take pictures of them recently in Aspen? Because there's so many celebrities that go to Aspen and you don't see paparazzi photos of them coming out.
No.
Like, Kyle, wrap it up. We don't care.
No.
Okay, I've had this position, and you ladies let me know your thoughts. I think Kyle should take time off from the show.
Yes.
And it's not because, oh, Kyle, you're terrible. But no, Kyle, I think for your sake, you should take time off from the show. Make people miss you. I don't think they will, to be honest. But we don't know because look how missed Nene is for Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
We haven't seen her in how many years, but there was a point where we were kind of getting tired of Nene too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Kyle, get off the show.
Yeah.
But they keep playing into Kyle and whatever she wants on the show. And Crystal Minkoff has already basically told us that when she came on that show, everyone said that this is Kyle's show.
Yep.
Y'all put all of your eggs into the Kyle basket, and now you're seeing record lows in your viewership this season already. How did you feel about the premiere episode where there was a lot of conversation around Garcelle? And how are you feeling about Sutton? Oh, damn. Sorry. This is almost as awkward during the Stacey and Carlos interview.
I'll keep it brief. I'll keep it quick and short, but I think that it's really sad how they all want to pretend like they don't know the reason why Garcelle was upset. For Sutton to sit there and play dumb and say, I just don't know. We were good friends, and I'm just confused. That's a bold-faced lie. I think that Sutton is a Karen who used Garcelle as a placeholder friend. She always wanted to be friends with the cool girls. They finally sort of accepted her, not really, but they're being nicer to her, giving her crumbs. And now she wants to pretend like she has no idea why Garcelle is pissed off. Sutton did Garcelle wrong. Mm-hmm. She did Garcelle dirty just to be involved with people who still don't like her and will never see it for her. They still view Sutton as lame, awkward, not cool, weird, but yet she's just dying to be in their group. And they've given her a few crumbs, and now she wants to go on with them and ditch her real friend. But I have no respect for Sutton. I think that what she did was horrible. For her to sit there and play dumb, for even Dorit to throw out, "Oh, do you feel like it was an alliance on her part?" The audacity. I was really pissed off about that.
Yeah, Taria.
I feel the same way. And what's even worse is it was either like I'm not going to die on the hill, especially not over the Beverly Hills. I'll stand flat-footed on this hill. Girl, just like Brooke said, they still don't like you. Was it last season or the season before when Erica sat down with Garcelle and basically said Sutton is holding you back from the group? Now what they're doing is coming together, trying to make it seem like Garcelle was always the problem and not Sutton. For Dorit to all of a sudden, I see Sutton differently. And now for Sutton to be, I empathize with Dorit, and Erica to be inviting her to a spa day. Oh, y'all are trying to make the audience think that Garcelle was the issue the entire time. Newsflash, we're not stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so funny to watch this 180 from Sutton this season. Mm-hmm. And I really strongly believe production spoke to the cast and says, this is going to be a tough season for Sutton. Go light on her. You can still hold her accountable for things that she said last season, but really go light on her this season because everyone expected that everyone was going to pounce on Sutton this season. Mm-hmm. And I think even Sutton did. So Sutton's coming in very demure, very sweet. And she's coming with very, even how she interacted with, and you'll see this, I think this is in episode 3, Brooke, where she's sitting down with Dorit and Erica talking about the divorce and the kids. And all of a sudden she has such sensitivity for Dorit, and I'm like, what is going? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Look, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone with everything happening in America.
Yes,
watching Beverly Hills, I'm like, Sutton, you were comparing wallets last season.
Come on,
because
and Erica
empowered. You felt empowered because you knew Garcelle had your back. Now exactly. All of a sudden, Garcelle's not there, and she's so sweet and kind, and like we didn't see how nasty you could get.
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Okay, fine. We'll play along. I want to say, hey, Renee, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shy Lifestyle, for the super chat. Black, bold, and beautiful. Y'all are everything.
Thank you, beautiful.
I love that. Gemini, thank you so much for the super chat. Gemini says the trio is back. I love y'all together. I hope you have a happy and healthy new year. You too, Gemini.
You too.
So much. Zoe, thank you so much for the super chat. Zoe says, where are you finding the potential? Essential question. I haven't gotten the strength to watch episodes 1. We'll see if Kempire likes it in January.
Hey, Zoe, now I haven't got the strength. She said, like Marlo, Beverly Hills drained me. I said, I ain't got the strength.
I don't know if I would, because we've had I grade everything now on Housewives by the Real Housewives of New York City curve.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I give grace now. It's like if I could sit through those 2 horrible seasons,
Yeah.
and now they're rebooting the reboot.
Come on.
I try to give grace. I try to give grace to every season so far. Everything's been graded on a curve. O'Shea, thank you so much for being a member for over 2 years. O'Shea says, oddly enough, over this past week, Sutton and Wendy finally got a chance to be picked and sit at the Mean Girls table, shaking my head. Wendy Osefo, what are you talking about?
Oh, sheer.
We're gonna get into Potomac. I'm trying to get
yeah.
through all these other things because I want to give us enough time to get into Potomac. There's a lot to unpack. Candy, thank you so much for the super chat. Candy says, I hardly ever ask for a complete recast, but everyone in Beverly Hills can go. Ooh. Yeah. How do y'all feel about Bose? Oh.
I'm neutral, I guess. I'm screaming. Taria picked up her drink.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Speaking of Bose, Tish, who dropped some tea on Bose last season, says, that's why I can't watch. They are not going to gaslight me. Nope. Yeah. It does feel like they're gaslighting the audience.
They are.
When talking about Garcelle. Okay, Rahina, let me shake for
Hey,
$3. Oh, shimmy. Rita says, in between patients, always watching through the bushes, had to say hello, dynamic trio. Thank you so much, Rahina. I hope you're coming to the New York City show on March 13th. Just saying. Ticket information, guys, is available in the description. Nina, thank you so much for the super chat. Nina says, my favorite trio. Beautiful picture, Nina. I always say that.
Yes.
Face is just beat.
Yes, giving us space, honey. That face card.
Yes. They all have them.
Yes.
Men and women.
Yes. We have some beautiful subscribers.
Yes.
Like, y'all are beautiful.
Can I just say, beautiful and funny. Sometimes I'm reading their comments and I'm like, I wish I had thought of that myself because it's so funny. So like,
and I always tell them I'm stealing it. I'm taking it.
Yes, like they're beautiful. Can I just say with Bose, it's so funny because I was talking to Rodney about Bose. And we both were talking about Bose. And what we said was, we side-eye the way she moved. We're kind of side-eyeing how she moves. And Rodney brought up a good point. Here is this Black woman. We're excited. We're this, we're that. And she comes and she goes straight for the woman that has had the most microaggressions, the most whatever, right? But in that, we still said, still give them a chance because, at the end of the day, we want to root for everybody Black. And I had somebody in my comments like, oh, the hate for Bose is weird. I'm just going to put that out there because I've said something about Bose in the past. Oh, because she's a Black woman. Yeah, I had critiques of Garcelle. I have critiques of Potomac. I have critiques of Atlanta. And some of that stuff y'all won't hear. My text group, i.e. Brooke, i.e. Kempire, they may hear it. But I don't go all the way in. But we're allowed to critique these people that look like us. It's not hate. We're all watching a show based off of what we see and tea that has been given by some of the people that have been in close proximity, i.e. working with these people.
Yeah, that's what stands out to me when it comes to Bose. When it comes to what she gives on the show, I'm sort of like, whatever. It's nothing special.
Yes.
And what I've noticed, especially with Garcelle gone, I know people say Garcelle didn't have a storyline. Garcelle's fashions were terrible. We called out all those things.
Yes.
However, Garcelle's commentary, her holding people accountable, asking the questions the audience always asks. This is what made Garcelle a fan favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But the tea that we've heard about Bose offline is what makes me look at Bose like, oh, so now your behavior on the show makes even more sense.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And it's crazy that what we've heard offline aligns with the show. When she did the matchmaking event, I just was kind of like, and I don't ever go up for Kyle Richards. And this ain't going up for her either. But there came a point to me when I was like, I'm kind of with Kyle on this. Why I'm not the only single one. Why are you in my business? Like the way she tried to, with Garcelle, sometimes she would kind of layer it like she cared and it could kind of be believable. With Bose, it almost feels like I'm definitely doing it to push story. And I can see that's what it is. I want to feel like this is the conversation you'd actually have with Kyle. You don't go from she's cold, I want to get to know her. So who are you dating? What are you feeling like? There's something in between there that we're missing. Yeah. And it felt like I'm coming in to drive this show. Don't And where was the black man speed dating? Oh, well, she did tell us that the ladies got with her to tell her what they wanted. So I guess they don't date them.
Oh, damn. All right. Because I don't want to waste too much time on them. Yeah. You ladies will be back and we'll be more into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or not. Who knows? Or maybe we'll be more into Atlanta. We'll get to that. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I want to know. I'll start with Taria because you got very excited. How are you feeling about this season? They're about to wrap.
This week. I mean, next week, right? Yeah. Is the last one. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay. Potomac is cotton candy. Salt Lake City to me is my steak, my mashed potatoes. Actually, because I like steak, but not all that. One of my favorite plates is fried chicken, potato salad, rice and gravy, sweet potato pie, and string beans. That is what Salt Lake City is to me. Oh. Even Salt Lake City has the unique ability to have the same playbook, and I'm still interested. You know how when these housewives get on, like with Potomac, go after the husband, go after this. We're like, we can see it. Salt Lake City keeps having the same. Whitney and Lisa, Meredith and Whitney, but it still works. Those ladies are working. I also feel like all of them authentically like and dislike each other at the same time. Mm-hmm.
And understand the assignment in regards to like, yeah, I might not love you, but I appreciate what this is and what this opportunity is.
I mean, a glimpse of that. When I think of Potomac and when they're upset, they don't speak to each other. But I think about this last episode of Salt Lake City. Some of the ladies were outside. Meredith was inside. Angie says, I'm going to leave the window open, but I'm going to use the bathroom. She steps on the ledge. Who comes out on the ledge to be funny with her? Lisa. Her and Angie have just had a screaming match. And she's like, I'm going to drown you. And they're all laughing and really having a good time. And Salt Lake City to me is so good. I am kind of glad. Okay, maybe it is good it's ending because too much of a good thing. So then we'll get to miss it. You know, but I'm loving Salt Lake City. Mary, I have always loved Mary. No, she has not always been wrong. Right. Matter of fact, she's been wrong a lot. I still love Mary. I'm going up for Mary. If y'all can go up for Sutton.
Ooh. She's coming for y'all next. She's coming for y'all next.
Mary.
Brooke, how are you feeling about this new season, especially now that it's about to wrap?
Yes.
I'm ready for it to wrap.
Yeah.
Something SOC has been one of my favorites, but something about this second half of the season is not doing it for me. They started off strong, but then the yacht trip, I didn't really enjoy it. It was too much fighting. It was dark. The way Heather was running after Lisa, I didn't like that. I don't like the whole plane incident being drawn out for 5 episodes. We didn't see the footage. So once we don't see the footage as the viewers, I stop caring. We can't draw out something that we have not seen.
Yeah.
The trip to Greece is beautiful, but Heather trying to pick a fight with Meredith is Heather is definitely the villain this season. And I think that it's exposing that Heather was always the villain.
Season 1.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm ready for it to be wrapped up. Like it was a solid season. It wasn't their best.
Yeah, I agree. Especially when Andy Cohen literally just said a few weeks ago that these next few episodes are going to be so great for Salt Lake City. Every time he says it, no one really believes him.
No.
And we definitely should not believe him after these last few episodes because I agree, Brooke. I feel like the season started off really great. And I still enjoyed the season overall. I would probably give it a solid B. But it wasn't their best season. And it started off really, really good. Now I feel like I was glad that he announced, it's about to wrap. And I was like, oh, perfect. Let's not drag this out. And I said, maybe the reunion might get us back interested, but they had a really great season last season, and their reunion sucked for me.
And the year before that, they traditionally have bad reunions to me.
They do. So maybe it'll be the opposite. Because think about it. Last season of Potomac wasn't the best, but their reunion was actually really good.
Yeah.
Even without Karen. So maybe it's like a really weird season, but a good reunion, and a good season and a whack reunion. So who knows? Hopefully it's good. I mean, I guess they're going to announce that Bronwyn announces at the reunion that she's divorcing. So I guess we'll see that up close. So
how do you feel about Bronwyn and Bronwyn's relationship with the Todd father and now this divorce coming?
I feel vindicated. I feel vindicated because I've been calling Bronwyn out for a long time.
Yes,
and my subscribers in the chat, y'all know when I said it originally, I got beat up in my comment section.
I remember.
Honey. The folks beat me up in my own comment section. I said, well, damn, this is how you do me? This is how y'all do me? You gonna do me like this? But they said, Brooke, honey, beat me up. And now here, and some of them said, oh, Brooke, every marriage isn't the same. They're happily married. You're just too hard on her. Somebody said, oh, Brooke, you want their marriage? I said, well, I want that. Absolutely not in this lifetime or the next. Told me that the marriage was happy. I didn't know what I was talking about. I should shut my mouth. Yes, honey, I got vindication. Yes.
Karen didn't get it, but you got it. You need to put that in one of your recaps. Karen saying, I will be vindicated.
I will be vindicated. I am the 5th member.
Yeah, we'll get to Karen. But here's the thing. Last season, I said, well, that was her first season, right? Last season.
Mm-hmm.
I said last season, I feel like Bronwyn came on this show to get her divorce. That was just, I said it last season. I also feel vindication as well this season. I'm like, I feel like she came on here to get her divorce.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if she was going to get her divorce this season, but now that's what they've said. Taria, how are you feeling about Bronwyn and this divorce announcement, and Bronwyn just in general?
I never thought that she was coming to get the divorce. I was like, I mean, that you know how some wives, well, I guess with Bronwyn you could tell. Sometimes you're like, oh, we know why they're here. What Bethany said, the lily pad.
Yeah.
But what I do think is Bronwyn loves to be the villain and victim in the same sentence. For instance,
say it.
You were having a conversation with Whitney. Yes, there's cameras there, but for the sake of move the cameras, we're having a conversation. And she does this multiple times. You know, I was trying to build my friendship with Meredith, and I just felt like I couldn't overhear the things you were saying. If you didn't want Meredith to know it, say it to Meredith, not me. I have nothing to do with it. You have everything to do with it.
Thank you.
She's done that. So it's like she's this beacon of truth while walking in messy boots. You can't have both. And I've liked Bronwyn, but I wish the same way. And she's a Virgo. So I mean, I'm very close to a lot of them. And it's like, now you got a list about what I'm doing wrong, but that list ain't pointing back to you and your mess. It's always, or it's because I've called myself out. Nobody else is allowed to, because I've already called out that I have been messy. Since I've called it out already, you're not allowed to do that. And and I was like, okay, Bronwyn, don't make me, I don't really want to, So I've decided to watch her with eyes, knowing who she is, but still allowing myself to like certain parts of her. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's a good addition to the group. Even though I don't love Brittany, I still feel like she fits in with this quirky weirdo group. And they even came to her New York City show. They were there supporting her, the good majority of them. So even people that don't necessarily like her, Angie K was there supporting her. Bronwyn. So, Bronwyn was there. So there's good chemistry, and I think there's great editing, and I think this is what sets Salt Lake City apart. What also sets Salt Lake City apart is the whole other characters that they have in regards to Mormonism. And now there's a whole, this week, you're welcome, TLC. There's a whole new documentary, 3-part documentary coming about Mary Cosby. So I think Mary Cosby has solidified herself with fans that this is not going to push the needle with them. But Brooke, how do you feel? Are you going to be watching the documentary coming out on TLC this week about the cult?
No, I'm not going to be watching. Because it's like
you'll be partying.
I'll be out. I'll be outside, so I'm not going to be watching. But no, in all seriousness, though, I just don't care. I mean, they've been saying the same thing about her. It hasn't stuck. She has her fan base locked in. Nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? She's solidified herself. It is what it is. We've yet to have the current church members accuse her of anything. People still go to that church, so it is what it is. You know, it's like she's still on the show. Bravo still pays her well. So I don't know.
And based on what we've seen so far, I haven't really seen anything new. But again, I haven't watched the entire documentary. A lot of what they're saying is it's a regurgitation of what we've reported on. Hence why I'm probably blocked on X because of that. But that's okay. Taria, I love to hear your thoughts, especially coming from someone that's been in not in her church, but in the church.
I can say this. I do not believe in pastors bullying people into giving money. On that same token, as a adult who works and raises kids and has families, it's up to you to say no. If your relationship is with God and not necessarily the church, then you may not feel a conviction to take out a second mortgage, to give all this. These are choices that we make to do, right? So I also can't keep taking them seriously when Mormonism is the backdrop. One of the things in the documentary, because a friend of mine texted me about it, but I'm not watching it, was they call you in and tell you about your tithes. Well, I read in Mormonism that at the end of the year, they want to see your statements for your job. Basically, how much money did you make? Compare it to how much money you gave in tithes. And that will tell you what realm of heaven you're going to be in. So y'all want to do this documentary about Mary with Salt Lake, with Mormonism being the backdrop. For me, I've been in churches where I felt like this isn't it for me and no longer there, right? At the end of the day, you have to have a relationship with God, not the pastor, not the deacon, not this. And some of those adults need to take responsibilities for their own actions. Why are you speaking out now? What is it now? Is it because she's on a TV show? Now you're speaking out? So and kudos to Mary for actually even trusting the cast. After the way they went after her church before, it would be hard for me to try. I kind of cringed when they had the cameras in the church.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't experienced a church like that, the audience and the ladies but I just
the ladies seemed open to though.
Yes.
I like their openness to being in that church because I'm sure for them, especially a few of them being Mormon, it's very different.
And that's the second time Whitney went. The first time Whitney went before she went after Mary and took her dad. So I'm not watching the documentary, but I will say this. If Mary, I'll have to put this out there. If she has done the things that they've accused her of doing, then her accountability is going to come from somewhere if you believe in God. And that's all.
Damn. Oh, all right. Because we are, I want to give a lot of time to Potomac. I know a lot of you are here to hear our thoughts on Potomac. If you're just joining us, I'm here with the Brooke, Ashley, and Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast. All their information is available in the description. Shout out to Facebook. I'm sorry, Facebook. Something was going on with StreamYard. I'm not streaming there today. I don't know what happened. I tried, but look. This is why I always tell you to follow me everywhere. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch. I'm sure we look stellar on Twitch right now. So make sure you're following us on Twitch. Don't forget the Kempire After Dark. A live show is coming back for one night only in New York City on Friday, March 13th. Yes, it's Friday the 13th. Get your tickets today. Meet and greet tickets are available and a live stream option. So no matter where you are in the world, you will be able to watch it and watch it for a week after the show. But you have to buy your tickets before the show. And everything Kempire, including our podcast, will be available in the description. Let me say thank you for the super chats. Queen, thank you so much for super chat with Fro. Thank you for being a member for almost a year. Just sending holiday love to amazing queens. And King, please do a once a week panel segment on your TV show, Kemp. And I got my live stream ticket. Well, thank you, Queen. Y'all always want us.
Hey, Queen.
She's outside. This one, once a week panel. That's what they don't realize how long it took us to get this together. Sidebar. And I'm sure you guys would agree with me. I saw on the social media streets, everyone mad that there weren't any new episodes of Married to Medicine and Potomac last night. I was so grateful as a content creator.
Me too.
Thoughts, but ladies, go ahead.
Go ahead, Brooke, because I'm with you.
I'm like, I need a break. I always need a break, but I'm like,
I'll blame you, bro.
I always need a break.
Right, I'm with you. But I felt like it would allow me to actually talk about what else is going on.
Yes.
That's the whole point, not just the Housewives. Still haven't quite made it there yet, but I have a couple more days before, because the Housewives don't come on again until Sunday, right?
Yes.
You told me. Yeah. So I was like, I felt like Melissa Gorga. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, no, we're getting Salt Lake City tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow? Oh, wow. I'm glad you said that, because I was like, oh, it's coming back and it's going to be the last episode next week.
Next week is the
Okay.
last episode. Yeah.
I
Well,
guess I
here's
better
the
get
thing.
into
I get it. A lot of people, after the holidays, they feel like they need something. They're back home. They don't want to talk to their family. They need a break. I understand that, but they don't realize that not even just for us as content creators, there are people, if these shows are being aired, there are people that have to work to push that, even though it's set to record, it's set to go out there and be promoted, even while people are away on the holidays. But there are so many elements. Other people want that break. And I'm sure Bravo has done the numbers and like, yeah, you see a dip because of the holidays. So yeah, you in your sad life, allegedly, might be home during the holidays, which is fine. But not everyone is like that. The good majority are away with their families. I get it though. You want a little something, but honestly, this is perfect for us because we could talk about everything that's been playing out on this show and catch up. Y'all lucky we're even here. Well, you're lucky we were able to even get Brooke to be here. She's outside. Just y'all lucky, okay? All right.
You know what?
I'm back on vacation.
Me and one of my girlfriends, we are close. She's my sister. Her daughter is Corey's goddaughter, and she calls me mom. Her daughter. We've been close for 10 plus years. When my kids say, my son will say he has 3 sisters, not just my 2 and he. Even we have decided, girl, when's the last time I seen you? We started scheduling. I know I was talking to Kempire once a month at the minimum. We just scheduled dinner for a couple weeks ago. So it's like, girl, we already trying to schedule January. Well, what we doing in January? We're in March now. We're going to get a Korean body scrub.
I love
March. So yeah,
that's really good. Alma, thank you so much for the super chat. The way I love this group. Thank you, Alma.
We love you.
Yes.
Tamara, thank you so much for the super chat. Tamara says you could tell Bo's in the boardroom. It's obvious.
That is a good. Oh, Tamara, you saying that now shines a light on watching the way she operates on this show.
Mm-hmm. Amina, thank you so much for being a member. Amina says, love this trio so much. Thank you, Amina.
That's my cousin's name, Amina.
Tish, thank you so much for the super chat. Tish says, nah, Bose has a history of not moving like king folk. My Apple people are still recovering from her impact. And mind you, this is just one person. We've just a couple of weeks ago, we had Tyler call in who did not watch our Beverly Hills recap where Tish and others were spilling tea about Bose. He came in and like, I don't like that Bose. She came to my company event and she did this, and you could tell she aligns with the white people more than she aligns with the black people. And I was like, oh, not someone else. Surviving Bose coming soon. Allegedly. Thank you so much for it. Says Destiny Child is back with the jump off. Love y'all. Also, Bose and her bundles can scram.
Baby, I'm great.
I love that. I'm sorry.
Bose and her
Angel,
bundles.
thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Angel says, love y'all. Thanks for the 28,000 live. Looking forward to all the tea in 2026. Okay.
The 28,000, it's like an inside joke. So for those of you who don't know, Clarissa Shields, she's dating Papoose, who's still married to Remy Ma, but I digress. So she was on the Sherry Shepherd show the week before last. And Sherry Shepherd said, oh, congratulations on your newest deal. She signed that $8 million deal for boxing. So Sherry asked her, did you buy something? Did you treat yourself? So Clarissa had on the Van Cleefs. Now I have the 1 motif. Clarissa has the 20 motif one. So it's more expensive the more motifs you have. She has the 20 motif one. That one is 28,000. Do you know she's so tacky? She says 28,000. I got 28,000. I got 28,000 on me. I got 28. So I told my subscribers, and now we have an inside joke when they see me. They say 28,000. 28,000.
That is,
you could tell that Papoose is her first boyfriend,
and that she grew from nothing. And I'm not saying that you have to be. But girl, do you also realize you're letting people know what you have on your neck and where you are? You may end up neckless. And I mean,
have you seen her fight? No, she not.
You know what? They're gonna have to get her from behind. They're gonna have to get her from.
She's very tacky because then she said, my wrist, I got 16,000, 16. Then on my feet, I got the Fendi boots, 6,000, 6,000. So now every time we have an inside joke when they see me, so I say, I got 28,000.
I'm glad you explained that because I was confused. I was like, 28,000. I don't keep up with Clarissa unless I'm like bombarded on social media with her stuff. I'm like,
what was Sherry? But what was Sherry's response?
Sherry was shocked because it's so tacky. You don't do that. And also, people know how much stuff is. You don't have to say the price. You can look it up online. Go on Van Cleef and you see the price of every necklace. You don't have to say what it is. It's tacky.
I mean, first of all, we know just the one that you have on your neck is expensive.
Exactly.
So
Don't start.
but don't you even try it with Brooke. No, we will jump you. Okay.
Look,
Right.
it's like brother and sister. We can say that, but y'all in the comments cannot.
Gemini, thank you so much for the super chat. Gemini says Ashley and Giselle don't need an alarm for the reunion because Stacey will wake them right up. Okay, Gemini, you can segue in us perfectly. Thank you. Alba, thank you for being a member for 27 months. Thank you. That's high praise, but I do love Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right now too. All right. Chi, thank you so much for sitting in this trio. Now this is real black love.
Don't start. Wait.
Go ahead.
No, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it.
Say it.
Please.
I'm not. We have an inside joke about black love too, but I'm not.
No, I need to know.
No,
I don't like to be on the outside.
I feel like I know.
I'll tell you guys after. I'll tell you guys after.
Oh.
I feel like I know, but okay.
Kendra, thank you so much for the super chat. Kendra says, Kemp, I found the perfect description of Kiarna at T-Mobile. You guys are okay. Before we get to Real Housewives of Potomac, because we don't have a lot of time. Guys, be sure to like the video if you haven't already. It's an easy, free way of supporting the channel. If you're listening to this on the Kempire podcast, be sure to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And be sure to follow our guest. Brooke is falling
crying
down.
right now.
Oh my, because the comments have me crying so bad. The
T-Mobile.
comments have me screaming.
I can't. I'm gonna have to go back and read the comments. I'm too busy here producing behind the scenes. All right, guys, ladies. Before we get into this, I don't know if you saw the story earlier. Well, last night, really, in regards to a brawl happening between Portia Williams and I'm being dramatic with brawl. Almost fight between Portia and Shamia in Scotland during the Real Housewives of Atlanta group trip. How are you feeling about? Are you even excited for Real Housewives of Atlanta? Oh, damn, the faces right now.
This is the first time since Atlanta's been out, since I've had a podcast, since I've had a YouTube, that I have to say in all honesty to the public and not keep it in the dark crevices of my heart that I am absolutely not excited about Atlanta. They have robbed me, and for that, I have a beef with the entire cast. They have robbed me of my joy with Atlanta. But I'm going to watch it because I'm supporting the Black girls. But if they disappoint me this season, I don't know. I'm not excited. And let me tell you, Portia and Shamia almost come to brawl. Y'all ain't liked each other in a long time. They're almost come to blows.
I agree.
That's all I got for Atlanta.
Are you excited about Real Housewives of Atlanta's return?
No, because we got gassed up for season 16, and then what happened? Kenya effed the whole thing up with the pictures, and then we got this sorry season. You know, I just, here's my thing. I think that I'm just going to start waiting until the season gets here to make a decision. Like, yeah. I'm not going to have any expectations. I'm not going to say I'm so excited. It's going to be the best season ever. Let's just wait until it gets here, and then we'll assess from there. So that's how I'm going to go into it. But I piggyback off of Taria. It's clear that there has been some secret hate and animosity for a long time for them to come to blows. And I watched your video too before we went live on the brawl. So, you know, I agree with you about this is good promotion for the upcoming season, because it's so funny how we know that the trailer is going to drop soon, and now this news comes out. Like, why didn't it come out before? So yeah, my thoughts on it.
And I still can't remember where I heard the story before. And again, I'm thinking, like, did someone tell me this? And I'm like, I just didn't run with the story because I'm like, okay, we'll have to wait and see. Because again, I'm not that excited about the new season, but a lot of people are excited about Nene Leakes' possible return because, as you see multiple reports, both on social media, now Page 6, saying that she's, quote, in talks to return. I even dropped some tea on my Club Kempire Apple podcast as well in regards to what I've heard. Brooke, how are you feeling about the possibility of Nene returning on Real Housewives road trip?
It's exciting. I guess my thing is like, I think a lot of us are having revisionist history about Nene in the last few seasons that she was on the show. Nene was in a really bad mood. Like she was giving like bare minimum effort. I know that Greg was going through his cancer journey, so I understand that it does affect your mood, right? Like I get that. But we can't act like she was happy to be there, like in her final seasons.
Yeah.
I hope that it's a success, right? I hope that, like, I don't know. I guess it's exciting news, but then when you really strip it away and think about it, I don't know. I think that, you know, people evolve. So it's not going to be the same exact Nene as it was in season 1. Like, I think that people are still holding on to that nostalgia that it's going to be like the early days and it's not going to be like 2008 Nene, you know? I mean, that's great.
Because it's been so long, both for the audience and for her, that she might come in more humble, more fun. There's a lot to update us on. Like, where's your life been? Like, what have you been doing?
I don't know if it's going to be like a humbling. I don't know. I think it's going to, because like recent interviews that she's done, she did one with Carlos King a few weeks ago on his Instagram Live. And it's always this attitude of, you know, I started this whole entire thing. Like I'm the most memed out, you know, that doesn't sound like super humble to me. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just, listen, I'm keeping an open mind. I know that she'll bring the ratings for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's gonna be season 1 Nene anymore. It's not, I don't think so.
No. What about you, Taria? What are your thoughts on Nene possibly returning?
I let myself get excited out of every single housewife. And like you said, we have to be honest and look, she hasn't always been a 10 housewife, right? But collectively, out of any housewife that's ever come across the franchise, Nene has been my favorite. Her ups, her downs, her middles. So I'm excited. I'm letting myself get excited because I don't know if I necessarily believe it, because it's like the last few years, there's been talks. Oh, her and Andy are following each other. Oh, NBC Universal. Oh, this. And I feel like I keep getting my hopes up, right? It went from the doors closed, Nene's never coming back to, oh, she may do this. I hope that she comes back. I will be seated and I want the road trip to start out in a white Toyota Camry and we see Nene's leg unfold from the door and we hear, not a white Camry, honey. And then we get on the road trip.
Now they do that, you know they're watching.
I am screaming.
That was a really good setup. I like
that. And that's how the show needs to start. It needs to start.
And they're supposed to start filming next month, like the end of next month. And from what I've heard, she has not signed on the dotted line. She's not gotten a contract yet.
But are they in talks for real?
There are conversations.
Okay.
May I ask you all this is for everybody, you guys and the subscribers.
Okay.
Do you think that, and I promise this is no shade, do you think that it's not a bad look, but what do you think it says to Bravo and the whole network when after all these years, it's like you still need to come back to Bravo? Because like the show is supposed to set you up so that you don't need to come back on the show. Like if we're being really honest, right?
Well, I'll say this, and I've said this before. You see this happen with reality TV stars where this is why I wouldn't want to do reality television. It becomes this dependence on doing reality television for the rest of your life. Bravo's okay with it because they can lowball you. You're desperate. You'll always want to come back because no matter what, the amount of money that Nene probably could have asked for if she really solidified her place in other markets and in other businesses, like a Bethany, she would not be able to come in. She should. Don't tell me. Please understand. I'm not saying that she shouldn't. She should be able to come in and ask for the top billing.
Yeah.
But because it seems like she's done nothing else out of that, and other reality TV stars too become dependent on that Bravo check.
Yeah.
They will continue to be able to use, abuse, and lowball you at every chance that they get.
That is, I agree. That's a very good point, because no matter how rich you are, I even look at Candy. You're not telling me you don't miss $1 million check, a $2 million check for months worth of work.
Yeah.
But
So that's a good point.
But they should all be like Candy, though.
Yes, be able to walk away. They should be
Yes.
able to say, I'm tired of waiting to receive my contract, so I'm going to go ahead and walk away and return if I wanted to do a little something. But yeah, that just,
I like this because we talked about this before, Brooke. They lack the necessary work ethic to make it work post Housewives. When we talk about them coming to YouTube for that YouTube check.
Yes.
21st.
As long as they meet the threshold. Like
I mean,
and can't even be consistent when they have bookers and all of that stuff.
They have a whole team. They have a whole team that watch your YouTube channel, but she doesn't watch. Oh, we're gonna get to that, Brooke. Tamara, thank you so much for the super chat. Tamara says, y'all so funny. I'm crying over it.
Can I say something though, too? I feel like we do need to give respect, no matter if we like them or not, to the groundbreakers of Housewives. Bethany is like sand in my wet bikini bottom. She just always there. You could spread them. You could use the hose. There's still a piece of her still there. However, because I needed y'all to understand.
I fully understand now.
I would rather see her than Giselle Bryant. If we're talking about a Real Housewives ultimate road trip, I want my OGs. Stop trying to push her on us. We see her in Potomac. We see her in Love Hotel. I want to see my OGs, and I may be one of the few, but get me some OG. Now, I'm going to be very clear. Juliet, spread them. I don't want to see Kim Zolciak ever. She shouldn't be allowed to sit on any couch with 5 Black women ever, because that's what she said. Find another Black woman. Outside of her, we spreading them because, you got to get the in-betweens. I want to see my OGs. I don't want to see if you were not a housewife during White Refrigerator, right? If you were not a housewife during Go to Sleep, if you were not a housewife during any of that, you were not an OG. If you were not a sprinkle cookie era, even you, Melissa, and I like you. I like looking at Melissa. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I actually like her, but even Melissa is not an OG. I need my OGs.
Okay.
Sorry, had to make that clear.
No, I think that's a perfect segue. But I do want to say thank you, Candy, for being a member for 46 months. This is a great live to end 2025. Melanin is popping. Yes. Thank you so much.
Cheers,
and Mina, thank you so much for another super chat. And Mina says, get it together, Brooke. Don't make me call Lavette.
Oh, wait. What? Not y'all wagging me on Kempire.
I watch you. How am I missing?
Right? I'm like,
to Lavette.
Not y'all. You see how they come here and whack me?
Clocking your tea over here.
Zoe, I'm screaming.
Zoe says, laughing out loud, please don't end the live anytime soon. I'm having too much fun. Let's break the record by streaming for hours at least. You see Brooke is dressed and ready to go somewhere. Okay.
And I think Brooke is fully dressed. I am ready on the top. On the bottom, I got sweatpants. Okay.
I got my Team Naughty shirt on. I'm staying inside. This is pajamas. Okay. Rita, thank you so much for gifting members. We appreciate you, Rita. Thank you so much.
Hey, Rita.
Tamara, thank you so much for the another super chat. Tamara said another beautiful photo. Tamara,
yes.
Candy, Teresa, Lisa V are great examples of people who do not need the show. But look, because I'm here with the unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Lisa V doesn't need the show. However, those restaurants and those other businesses need the show. And please understand, if they cancel Vanderpump Rules, all of a sudden she'll be like, well, I might be open to possibly returning to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now she doesn't need it because she has her own vehicle to promote her other businesses and restaurants and things like that. And I'm not saying she doesn't have the money, but what I'm saying is she likes the fame. She likes the fame. Nota Queen says Taria's visual storytelling is unmatched, right? Because I'm like, wait a minute.
I needed y'all to feel where I was coming from.
And we did. Everyone in the audience did. Tamara, thank you for another super chat. Tamara says Candy, Bethany, and Lisa Vanderpump are the prime example of people who do not need the show. Bethany has skinny girl salad dressing on the shelves here in Montreal, Canada. What? And Bethany has gone on. She doesn't need to do this, but she's now an influencer making.
Come on.
Who knows how much money she's making just from talking about other people's products. She didn't need to do that.
No. I don't like that woman. And she got me to buy a moisturizer. I looked it up. I said, okay, wait a minute. She might be on to something. And I bought it.
Because she has the sponsorship with L'Oreal.
That's who I bought.
The L'Oreal firming cream, the eye cream. I know she has a sponsorship with e.l.f.
Yes.
She has a sponsorship with not La Mer, but she has a sponsorship with like another.
Is it La Roche-Posay?
I think it is. I think it's La Roche-Posay. Yes, I think it's yes. She has several. So she's making a nice bag off of them alone.
Wow.
Yeah, she makes good money.
You can't hate on it. You can't hate on it. Guys,
and she doesn't have pride. I'm sorry, keeping her in the way of doing that.
Yes, yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Like
she's about to get her bag.
No, it's true. It's very true.
And she works hard. You know, we go back to not some of the other housewives not willing to do the work. She's willing to do the work. You see any of the other housewives on social media talking about these things, launching new things, and also coming at Bravo saying that, oh, you know, you guys need to do better for your reality TV stars and not worried about her check because she's like, I still got my check.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to come back to you, y'all would give me the check that I want.
Yep. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Guys, don't forget to like the video. It's easy for you way of supporting the channel. If you're listening to this, don't forget to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. I'm here with the Brooke Ashley and Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast. All their information will be available in the description. This is the ultimate Real Housewives takeover, but we cannot talk about Real Housewives and not talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I literally have been rewatching some of the most recent episodes, but we have to first start off with one of the stories that we covered over the last couple of months, and that was with Brooke. Oh, Brooke, you thought I was going? Oh, Brooke thought I was
Lord! Oh, Lord!
You led into it earlier.
Brooke thought I was going here, but I'm going over here to
you. You mentioned it earlier. I called it
before she was arrested. Okay, Brooke told a story about running into Wendy Asefo. And Wendy Asefo calling you mean. Do you feel vindication yet again?
Well, you know, people were upset with me.
Jail bars.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You had people upset with me for telling the story. And I said, well, I'm allowed to share my experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to share. This happened to me. I'm not talking about this happened to me. So I'm allowed to talk about what happened to me. Like, I don't know where the disconnect is.
Come on.
You've had people saying that I'm reveling in what's happening to her. It's not that deep. It's not, I can separate the two things. Yeah. It's just, it's a weird, it's now I can't even report on the story because I shared the story about our interaction. It's the weirdest thing. My whole thing is, let me not jump ahead, but I've noticed that everybody else is allowed to make their jokes, say what they want. But if I say anything, it's a problem. It's the strangest thing. But do I feel vindicated about what's happening to her now? I wouldn't say vindication because I never thought in a million years, despite how I felt about her after our interaction, I never thought in a million years that her and Eddie would do something like this. You get what I'm saying? She has always come off as very, however I felt about her, I've always felt that there was a level of honesty, like in that regard, that she wouldn't do this. I always got that she was too scared of the law and kind of square that she wouldn't do this. So I don't know if I can say I feel vindicated because I never equated her with doing scams. Now, did it make me think, okay, well, she's not as nice, and the people have DM'd me saying, Brooke, watch out about her. You've told your story about how Kempire, you've told about how you've heard things about her not being one of our subscribers at your live show came up to me and she's a line sister and told me something about her. So did I think, well, maybe she's not that nice, whatever, I'm seeing her true colors? Yes. But do I feel vindicated? Am I happy that this is happening to her? No. She has a beautiful family. I've always maintained that her family is a beautiful family. The kids are adorable. This is going to change the trajectory of their lives.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry about this because, again, I had no idea that she would ever think to do something so stupid.
Yeah.
So I know I don't feel vindicated because I never thought that she would do this. Despite how I thought about her, I never thought that she would do this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know, and I guess the reason why I say vindication, meaning more so how everyone's reacted to it and how everyone's decided after that to come out with their own stories, or like her fellow castmates and how they reacted. Oh, she was never a nice person to me, that kind of thing. But you told your story, and I gave a brief synopsis. You can everyone can watch the video that you did talking about that a couple of months ago. Go ahead.
You know, when I watched when you covered the story, and a lot of your subscribers, they were upset with me.
Oh,
I wasn't going to fight them in your comments. I'm not going to be petty and fight them in your comment section. But yeah, a lot of your subscribers were upset with me for telling the story.
And I remember it wasn't under the video, but it was when I posted on my post tab. Someone said, "Kempire, you shouldn't be talking about this." And then I said, first of all, I was like, first of all, I responded because you could tell I don't go back to the comment section. I moved on to the next story. But I happened to see that particular comment under the post tab. And I was like, first of all, Brooke is actually my real friend in real life. So this is how I move in real life. If someone's coming from my friend, I'm going to defend my friend.
Hello.
So you might feel like I shouldn't be talking about this on my platform, but it is my platform that I pay for. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And get paid for. Okay. So everyone's going to have their opinions, and I feel like there are those Wendy stands that will always feel this way. And look, I will say this: the arrests are just allegations, as she said at BravoCon. It's just the information that's been coming out week after week. Taria has been on the channel multiple times. Taria is covering this case. Taria has been in the courtroom. In the courtroom, right behind her, getting smiles and waving and all kinds of things. Journalists, okay? So go ahead, Brooke.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask one more question. I promise this is it. Where were all these Wendy stands when I was standing for Wendy? When I was standing for Wendy hard? When I was standing for Wendy before we had our interaction in August? When I was going hard in the paint for Wendy Osefo, where were all these stands?
Brooke, I was going to say that when he said Wendy stands, I was going to say, where did they come from?
Oh,
because there were only a few of us that spoke highly. I remember when Wendy said, "Dr. Wendy to you, sweetie," to Ashley, and I was so happy. I was like, she deserved. And there were people coming for her neck. She thinks she this, she think she that. Now all of a sudden, the stands are out of the woodworks.
Maybe the stands are the bots that her team put out. You know, the team that you told in your story that she said she doesn't watch your channel, but her team told her what you were saying on her channel, on your channel, which we still don't know what you said.
That makes you a professor that I can't trust because you don't do your own research.
You didn't watch it yourself?
Come on. My dad taught me, you research your stuff like that. You say, and you have dates, times, this, that. I'll never forget. My dad told me, you don't go up, you don't talk to somebody and say, you always do this, you always do that. You need to have dates, times, and your receipts. He didn't use the word receipts, but basically your proof needs to be so much so that it knocks them out with a Mike Tyson punch and they cannot recover from your receipt. So again,
and that's why I never run with, sometimes, subscribers come back to me like, oh, this person said this about you and things like that. First of all, I'm not watching the content. I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
But if it was something really damning,
come on.
If it was something damning, I'm going to go watch it myself.
Yes.
I'm going to go watch it myself. And Brooke, she still not responded to you in regards to what you could have said that made her upset.
No, and my mom,
she's watching you actually.
But the thing is, there's proof of her saying that she's watched me. The season that she got assaulted, when Mia assaulted her, season 7, you guys were there at BravoCon 2023 in Vegas. When we hugged and we embraced, she said, "Oh my gosh, Brooke," she's in the pink and I'm in the black. She said, "Oh my gosh, I just love you so much. And thank you so much for standing for me. You speak truth to power. I just love you. Da, 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 da." You said it out your own mouth. So now why are you switching up like that? That was just wild to me.
Y'all talked for a good while because I was talking to Eddie and she held up the line to have a conversation with you. I was
there for 5 minutes.
I was away from them. I was watching from afar.
Yes.
Because I know what I've said.
I have witnesses. Y'all were right there.
I was right there because I wanted to get a picture with Eddie, and I knew that them allegations about him and women had come out. So I went up to him and said, I said to him, "My husband would love your jacket."
Yes.
And he immediately, then we was taking pictures, and there was a point when I was like, "Is Wendy going to move on? Because then Eddie will move on." Like it was like. I was there. She held up the line. Y'all talked for a minute. I forgot about that.
But fast forward, and even now in explaining it, you're not wishing bad on. None of us are wishing bad on her. I think we all would love to find out that she's been vindicated and that this was all, the police department trying to set her up.
Yes.
I mean, the information so far, I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know the information so far. And again, we've talked about this endlessly. We just had an update from Taria. She was just here on the channel giving you an update inside the courtroom. So 8 years of their financial statements are now going to be given to the prosecution. That was the last thing, Taria, that you reported on. You went for the status hearing in regards to that. The judge decided that 8 years of those financials will be revealed. And I feel like those 8 years are going to cover the last few years that she's been on Potomac. Yeah. And I feel like more information is going to come out. And
we got to remember, it's their business financials. They already have the personal. So the fact that they want those business financial records, that means everything is going to be laid exposed. Everything. Lord. Like she tries to have this pulled up demeanor, but they're basically unzipping you and all your insides are going to be out. Like it's all going to be laid bare, which is what they're trying to stop.
And the prosecution, literally what came out from that last hearing was saying that the SFLs have very little money. Yes. But this season, we see them spending a whole lot of money. I will say this, though. The renovation looked amazing.
It did.
What did you think, Brooke?
It did. It did. I made a few jokes. I said,
what'd you say?
They put the stolen money to good use. The renovations look flawless. Flawless. No, listen, I can always give the girls their tans.
Hey, they only got $25,000 though of the 400 something thousand that they wanted to get.
Well,
go ahead, Brooke.
No, she probably used the entire Bravo check for the renovations because the renovations gave very much $500,000. Those renovations did not give $100,000. They gave her whole check, and she gets paid well. I'm hearing that she gets paid between $650, $750. That renovation gave a cute $500,000 T.
And she thought she was going to recoup from the insurance money. She spent the money before it was there because I literally, when I was doing my review, I wanted to know what's the timeline of them filming? Like, when did they film what we're watching right now?
May, June.
Last year.
May, June. May, June.
Of 2024.
No, wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
This year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of 2025.
Yes. Yep. Yes, because when did Karen go to jail? They filmed right after she went to jail.
You were there, Taria, the day she went to jail.
February.
They filmed that, and they started official filming in March, and they were supposed to end in June, and they extended it. They extended it.
I want to know when that insurance company denied those, did they think after the investigation was over that the funds would be released to them? So they pre-spent the money, like Brooke said, thinking that they were going to get it back. Because remember, the defense is saying, we didn't hear from you for 18 months regarding an investigation.
So they didn't know this was happening.
Yes.
Because they did the scam at the end of season 8.
April 2024, right?
Yeah.
Yes, 2024.
Okay.
Remember season 8 was when NECA was on.
Yes.
So this happened when NECA was on.
Yes.
They had filed the insurance claims before the reunion. And they filmed the reunion in April. Yeah. And then 2 days later, we see her diamond ring at the reunion. Yeah. So this happened, last year. And then this all caught up to them this year.
Yeah, a year. To me, she's wearing the ring to trial. This is where I feel like, I don't know, when people say she's a professor, she's not that smart. She actually thinks she's smarter than the program, I think.
Yes.
Yes. She think the way she was acting, Brooke, I was telling Kempire, her body language had me wondering if she was the one that came up with it. Or like somehow she feels like this ain't really gonna.
I can see that.
Allegedly.
Thank you. No, thank you for protecting us.
The body language is not alleged. I saw that.
Oh,
okay. No, I know that's right.
Oh,
the way Brooke, I told Kempire, The first time she was looking to see who was coming in the courtroom, you could tell she wanted it. The second time she looked back so much, and you know, you could feel because I didn't sit in the same, you could sit on two sides. The last time I sat 2 rows behind them, one in between. This time I sat the opposite side, same thing. So that last time she looked over, I said, and she said,
no, stop it.
She said,
I do feel like on some level, I definitely believe that this is going to secure her spot for next season, obviously, and possibly more. But I do feel, based off her body language from the video footage that Taria shared, it does feel like she wants this attention. And I think the reason that she's looking around is to see the press that she allegedly may have invited if they showed up. Because remember, the first time you went, there was no press. I mean, you were there, but there was no immediate press like ABC News that were there the second time around. So I feel like they were invited.
But that, and I'm not trying to be funny, and hear what I'm saying. I promise I'm not being funny. I'm not being shady. That shows that there's a problem. There's a real need. There's a real need for validation and attention.
Boom.
I mean, this is a fight for your life. Of your freedom is hanging in the balance, and you're worried about press being there. This is not the time for that.
Yes.
Which goes back to, and I mean, everything starts to make sense when you see how she moves on the show in regards to her YouTube channel, her not really investing that or investing in anything that she's brought to the show.
Can I talk? Can we just a minute? Listen, this Sauvignon Blanc is getting to me.
Oh, it's him.
Listen, right? Okay. Cheers. Listen, it's no shade. These women get on YouTube hoping to make a quick buck, and they see that we are the producers, we're the editors, we are the talent, we are everything and then some. These girls cannot hang. For Wendy to make having her YouTube channel her storyline for seasons 7 and 8, and to leave that channel for dead is a sin and a shame. And I'm not biting my tongue on that. Yeah, it is pure laziness. And the sad part is Wendy could have made so much money on her YouTube channel. Yes. She could have made a nice, because remember how she promised us behind the scenes of the whole NECA situation. We never got that video. Yes, that video would have done numbers. She could have seen your numbers, Kempire, because you do 100,000, 500,000. Your videos go viral all the time. She could have seen your numbers and made a cute coin, but it's pure laziness. It's laziness.
You're right.
It's laziness.
And on the flip side of that, the current political climate they're in, that would have been a whole nother audience for her. A whole nother audience.
So much that she could have utilized her YouTube channel for. But I could already tell just based off of how she was moving with the YouTube channel and the frequency of what she was putting out. I mean, I've said the same thing about Nene too. But then Nene said, I'm gonna launch this new show. I mean, it's been the tumbleweed is going through her YouTube channel right now. Okay.
You know why I think though? They battle within themselves because there's a part of them that thinks they're better than this. And then the other part is that they know the money can come from this. So they're battling with themselves.
Because how are you trying to be a YouTuber, but you look down on YouTube?
Come on.
How are you trying to be a YouTuber, but look down on YouTube?
Come on.
And mind you, the Oscars are coming strictly to YouTube in 2029. Okay, YouTube Oscars.
You a YouTuber, but got people watching. You got a team watching other YouTubes. Like, you ain't serious. So y'all are battling with y'allselves.
Yeah.
Because you want to be seen, you don't want to be seen as a YouTuber, a blogger, but that's what you are.
Because you want that quick AdSense YouTube check on the 21st.
Look at Carlos. Carlos has a full-fledged reality shows, a production company, but he's on these YouTube streets reviewing shows.
Yeah, reviewing shows, doing interviews, having panels.
And you can't be mad at it.
No.
Multiple streams of income. Go ahead. Yeah. At least he's consistent.
Yeah.
At least he's consistent. That's the only compliment you gonna get from me, Carlos. That's the only compliment you're going to get from me. Sidebar, happy birthday to Alexander Rogers. I thought he was thinking for the Carlos that I thought,
Happy birthday
Alex.
I'm saying Alexander. Yeah, happy birthday, Alex.
All right. Ladies, I know we are pressed for time. Mr. Melon Magic, thank you so much for the super chat. Mr. Melon says, Brooke, Pam Oliver said that to you, not Wendy.
I am screaming.
I mean, can we? I'm going to read these super chats, but I want you ladies to think about this.
Yes.
The amount of breadcrumbs this season that constantly are coming up. I really tried to come into the season with an open mind and just like, you know what? She's having such a good season.
Yes.
But I'm going to try and put the allegations to the side, but it's so hard because, Cameron has 4 phones. He's talking about buying her a new ring for their 15th anniversary. I said, I can't. Tamara, thank you so much for the super chat. Tamara says, Wendy, in my opinion, was out of line for setting her mom up like that. She knew her mom did not like the father. To say you need a moment to your mom, who worked 4 jobs, is savage to me. Oh, y'all saw last week's episode?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Fancy Pants said the word on the curb is that Bravo has offered Wendy double-digit millions to document the court case a la Teresa, and the reno was all on credit cards. Someone, well, the 67 credit cards that they have. Someone told her to take out a home equity loan. Here's the thing, and I wouldn't be surprised that all of that was done on credit. I
agree.
I definitely believe that was done on credit. The other element with Wendy, you guys are seeing a lot of Facebook rumors. Please understand, I keep reminding you guys, a lot of these Facebook rumors that you're seeing is fake news. So don't believe anything. Be very mindful of who you're getting your information from, because I've noticed a huge trend, especially since this new administration and now Meta can do whatever they want. There's so much fake news especially on Facebook. Then of course, it gravitates from Facebook, and then it's on X, and then it's here and it's there. So just be mindful of that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Miss Parker says, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Love this Housewives chat with their pretty amazing souls. Kempire, I wanted to confirm that my lovely cookware just arrived. Thank you so much.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker was one of our holiday giveaway winners of the Homely Cost Pot Set. So congratulations, Miss Parker. I'm glad it made there safely, and I hope you enjoy. Happy New Year for those that are just joining us. I'm here with the and Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast. Be sure to follow them on their YouTube channels and on their podcast as well. But ladies, I want to continue talking about, I know, can I keep you for maybe like another 15 minutes to talk about the rest of Real Housewives of Potomac? Karen Huger. We haven't seen her yet, but we saw the mid-season trailer, and we see with the mid-season trailer that she's going to have a sit down with Andy. I don't know if she's going to be at the reunion. Brooke, what are your thoughts on Karen's possible return? Did you miss Karen this season?
I have missed Karen just a little bit. I think that I would have enjoyed her commentary about certain things, especially when that reveal of Ashley with Teresa's son. I could only imagine what Karen would have said. Now, and it brought me back to how she told off Ashley when she tried to get close to Raven, season 1.
When you tweeted that, I commented, I screamed because I knew what you were thinking.
You knew what I was thinking, right? You knew that we see each other. So I think that Karen's commentary is definitely missed, but I do have to pose a question to all of y'all.
Okay.
Do you think that Karen is annoyed that Wendy's crime has overshadowed her big coming out of, because now we don't even think about her DUI. It's like, okay, like Wendy's story has taken center stage. And that's about it.
Because Karen has served her time.
But Karen also wants to capitalize off of it, I think.
They all want the attention. They all want the attention.
You want the attention, you want the money, the big interview, the big sit down, like all that, and now it's kind of like, okay, girl, you just got a DUI, you're out of jail now. Okay, it's all about Wendy right now. So I wonder if she's upset that she's been usurped by Wendy and Eddie.
I could see her in a confessional right now. Like, they have AA for what I went to jail for. I don't know about Wendy. Or I put down the bottle. Wendy picked up cuffs. Like, and with her crossing her leg. Like, I could see.
Well, here's the downside, though, Karen. We have 30 minutes of your arrest that's embarrassing that we can watch for the rest of our lives.
For the rest of, you're a concubine to Thomas Jefferson.
Jesus.
Not running.
Unless we end up seeing some body cam footage of Happy Eddie and Pam Oliver getting arrested, because these faces will live in infamy as well. So, they were trying to have that suppressed, the body cam footage. So I'm like, okay, what was in that body cam footage?
If they go, I'm going to see if I can get on their visitors list. I'll tell y'all that. I'm be like, I was there doing I'm support y'all. I'm here.
What? Wait a damn minute.
I knew I wasn't gonna get on Karen, so you know.
But Karen's out. She only served 6 months of that sentence.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait to see what the sit down looks like this season. Brooke, you had an exclusive interview with Angel Matthews.
Yes.
For those that didn't see it, you can watch it on Brooke's channel. Angel has had a rough season.
Mhm.
How are you feeling, especially now after speaking with her and seeing the last couple of, if anything, I think some of us have sympathized with her because it feels like everyone just keeps coming for her.
Mm-hmm.
But after doing the interview and after seeing these last couple of episodes, like, how are you feeling about Angel's presence on the show? Because she's been getting it.
I think that Angel is lovely in person because I met her at BravoCon this past BravoCon. Very sweet, lovely, personable. The interview was really nice to talk to her. She was open. And I think that I would like to see her come back for another season. I think that I feel bad because you go in thinking that it's going to be one way and it's been a complete nightmare for her. She's aware. She sees all of your comments. I think that let her get a second chance. And I even told her off camera, I said, Angel, I hope that you come back. I said, think about all the housewives who are now loved. When they first came on the show, they weren't loved. Listen, no shade. Let's not forget, Wendy's first season was abysmal. 99% of the viewers could not stand Wendy. Wendy's first season was abysmal. I mean, the viewers did not like her. They could not. And now she's having her best season. I say give Angel another chance for her to turn it around. I think that she came under false pretenses of trying to inherit Kiarna's battles. Kiarna's floundering herself. So, it's sort of like you really can't follow somebody who's not doing well themselves, right?
Yeah.
You want to see Angel come back without Kiarna?
I could see that. I could definitely. I think that Angel, give her another chance and then we can go from there. But I do believe that she could hold her own if she got a second chance, in my opinion.
Okay.
I feel like if Wendy comes back, they are definitely bringing Angel back.
Yes.
That would be something.
Why is that? Explain.
Because I feel like with the smoke that Angel has for Wendy, even though I don't agree based on what we see, right? It's like, okay, you have a lot of smoke for her, not for Giselle. I feel like now that Wendy's in this conundrum, Angel could possibly use it to kind of take Wendy down a peg or two in her Angel way. She'll be like, I have 2 homes, and allegedly, yours, maybe in Montgomery County prison, just something. I could see her.
She's going to be a big target. She's going to be a big target. And a lot of people speculated that Wendy would not come to the reunion. They speculated she won't return next season, but she showed up at BravoCon.
And that's part of her ego, which I think is part of her image. Inside, I don't think Wendy is as secure and confident as she would like us to believe. So this is her armor. She better hope. I will say, who I'm surprised at the most?
Who?
Giselle, how she's handled the Wendy offline, which is why I feel like she actually does. Like when we watched it, of course, we were like, this is just for the show. This is fake. Because if we go back to season 5, Giselle and Wendy were getting to know each other. Yes. There was a foundation there, line sisters. Based on the way that Giselle has handled Wendy when she could have come for her neck and been shady, I do think that Giselle likes Wendy. I do think she does. Based on, she could have really went in, she could have talked about how Wendy may get time served because, when you join these programs in prison, you get time off and Wendy may become the professor to cell block 2,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think the reason why we're getting a nice Giselle this season with Wendy is because producers have said in order to secure your position on the show, because there's nothing going on with Giselle. They needed Giselle there because especially Karen not being here. But I think she's playing nice in the public space.
Okay, that's a good point.
In order to
keep
her job with the show, and she wants to keep that whole persona going on. So I think it's the only reason why she hasn't gone in, because behind the scenes, I hear what y'all saying.
Okay, so that's you know what? That's a good point, because you want the public to think like me. I should know. Taria, you are smarter than this. I should have known. I didn't even think about her using the public to, because in my mind, I was thinking she would just be shade her normal self, you know, because she always says once she's done filming, she don't care about the show. But you're right. But that would be a big sticking point, the whole, because of the backlash she got.
She went after her. They were like, oh, see, and there it is. And there it is. She never really cared for Wendy. And people have already said that too. Go ahead, Brooke.
I do want to ask y'all, do we think that Wendy's going to come back for season 11? Because the trial is set for April. Yeah. They start filming Potomac in March, right? Mm-hmm. Is she really going to want this covered? I mean, yes, it's a guaranteed storyline, but then again, you're right though, because she needs the money for the legal bills.
Yeah.
But then think about it.
I definitely think she's coming back.
Me too.
But if this goes awry, if it turns out they get, time, that's going to be very sad to witness on the show.
But I don't think they're in a position where they can afford to say no.
Yeah.
They have according to the prosecution, they have very little money. And again, these are just allegations, but I strongly believe that they do have very little money.
Yeah.
The defense was upset. There's no proof of that, but it's like, if they're looking at financial, and that's why I said both sides were right. I believe the defense when they say Carroll County is trying to play this out in the court of public opinion, but also what they're saying, I do believe allegedly is a thing. Yeah. Because what the prosecutor kept mentioning, and I had to remember, was motive. But
at the end of the day, and we talked about this, Taria, when you came on after the hearing, the responsibility is going to fall on the prosecution. So they have to prove their case more than Wendy's attorneys have to. Wendy's attorneys only have to poke holes into their story and convince a jury otherwise. I mean, I wish them the best, again, really for the sake of the children, but it doesn't look good. But it doesn't look good. You see where Diddy is now. So,
well, which is why I believe the defense is trying to lay the groundwork for, had tried to kind of make race come into play when he talked about, because my girlfriend, before even the first trial, my girlfriend has a paralegal firm. She's a paralegal and she's studying for the bar now. I'll never forget when the news came out, she said to me, I wonder if they're going to try to get the trial moved because they're not going to be able to find a jury of their peers in Carroll County. And that's what the defense was saying. They're being denied their constitutional rights because Carroll County is not urban like a Baltimore City. He said that in court. I was like, no, sir, but I ain't going to hold you. He said that about Baltimore City, Baltimore County. So I wonder if that's going to be the next thing that they're going to address. And then I'm thinking, are they doing these things to keep pushing it back, hoping that they can work something out with the prosecution?
Like a plea deal.
Yeah.
But a plea deal just doesn't look good for them either.
Now, I do have a question. You've worked with lawyers. Brooke, I'm sure you probably thought the same thing. Because they didn't get the full for something, but let's just say they are convicted and they say restitution. They only have to pay restitution for the ring, right? Or for the time and resources of the investigation.
I would have to talk to an attorney about that in regards to what restitution would be like. But they didn't receive what they were asking for. So who knows? Restitution might not be a lot, but we have to wait and see. We still don't 100% what they're going to face time-wise if they are convicted. I do want to move on to some of the other things that have been playing out. We talked about Angel. We talked a little bit about Kiarna. But let's talk about, because Carlos made her the reality TV star of the year, Stacey Rush. I mean, they came for Stacey throughout the entire season. I mean, we're halfway through the season, and Stacey is still rising. Brooke?
I got to give it to that Aries woman.
Yeah, here you go. Brooke, what have you felt about Stacey and her climb to fame?
I think that Stacey knows how to do it. She's having fun with it. I think that that's the only way to go into it. I think that Angel needs to take notes from Stacey. Like, just be unbothered, because you could tell that Angel came in trying to make real friends, and she's like shocked and blindsided by what's going on. But Stacey has the right attitude. It's just a job. The way Ashley and Giselle look at it, it's just a job. I think that Stacey being the reality star of the year is perfection for her. She's on Vanity Fair's list as top reality stars. So, I mean, I think that, yeah, Stacey has it going on. I think that she's a star. And as long as she keeps up like this, she's good. But yeah, it was well-deserved for her being Carlos King's top pick. And I think that she's played the game right. Doesn't take it she makes fun of herself. She has fun with it, doesn't dwell on stuff, doesn't, get upset. And she knows how to rattle the women trying to get her upset. That's how you do it. Well done. I like Stacey a lot. And she was very sweet when I met her at BravoCon too. Very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, and her breath is fresh.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So you lie about the breath. Her breath was just fine. We were talking like this. Her breath was just fine. Minty fresh. She was great.
Okay.
Taria.
Now you sounding like Ken Todd when he was defending Lisa Vanderpump because Erica said her breath smelled like stale cigarettes and something else. And Ken said she has the sweetest breath. I think Stacey is playing a semantics game because I can be honest and say I myself have been guilty of that. Had Giselle said, "Are you in talks to start a weed line, for lack of, I forget the word, edibles line?" If she had said no, she really would have been lying. Giselle said, "You're starting." Now we do know, but that's still deceit. But Stacey is playing a semantics game with these ladies. The way to get at Stacey, cigarettes and Chardonnay. Yes. Yes. Thank you, boo. I knew I remember that. The way you would have to ask Stacey, are you ... to leave no room? That means if you're lying to me, it's going to come out. Even with the whole TJ of it all, they have no proof. I mean, really, that's hearsay. Because has TJ come out now? I believe it's true. Don't get me wrong, but
everything that they brought against her, especially this season, has fallen flat or been proven wrong.
Yes, even her divorce, everything. So to me, you have to get Stacey to where if you answer opposite of what I'm asking you, you're lying. She knows how to play a good semantics game, and she does it all with a smile.
Yeah, I think, and I said this her first season. This is why I said she was a Palo Santo. Yeah. Every time they were coming for her last season and they were trying to haze her, she handled it so well. And I was like, okay. And she's handling it even better this season. And everyone's coming after her. They better get their lives together. I've seen some of the interviews like Ashley's done. And I was like, you guys better, and Kiarna has done, you guys better come up with something better at the reunion or you're going to fall flat. Even Stacey's interview with Carlos, I was like, oh, she's coming out with the fire.
And she made a good point referencing Giselle. When you think about people it may be a blip. What Stacey did was actually genius because she got it out that a man, Giselle kept saying, I'm dating. And we learned later, he has met your child. And Stacey, so what she did was actually kind of pivotal to me and proves her point that Giselle is able to not share her life. And yet semantic gymnastic. Come on, Miss Parker. Exactly. And I don't think that some of the women are witty enough to keep up. They get tired after a few somersaults.
And that's why when people say that Giselle's a great housewife, I'm like, in some ways she is. But when it comes to reading the girls or shading the girls, unless they are less equipped like she is, a lot of times she falls flat.
Giselle's armor is her looks.
But Potomac was never known as home of the good readers.
That's
I think that
true.
Karen was like the only good reader on the show.
Candace.
Karen and Candace are the only good readers. Everybody else falls flat in that area.
Damn. Miss Slimy, thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate your support.
Miss Slimy is pretty.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty. Look,
everybody's pretty. Funny.
She just want us to see how pretty she is.
All the super chats. She says Asia was fine bullying Stacey breathless. It's very hard to feel sympathy for someone who has no issue hurting others. Well, there's the whole wag energy as well. Tamara says, Taria drops so much shade. I would be scared if I was on Housewives with Taria. Go back and listen to some of our previous collaborations with Taria. She has come. I was like, they do not want you on Housewives, especially in Potomac. I would tread lightly.
I grew up in a house. My mom was very quick. My grandmother was even quicker. I had to. You couldn't let it hurt your feelings. You had to be able to come back, and so that's why I could never be a housewife because, they wouldn't. If you shading, I'm going. Okay.
No, they would love you. What are you talking about?
Housewives wouldn't love you. We would love you. The audience would love you. Mr. Melon Magic, thank you so much for the super chat. Wags down and pictureless frame. Both can go.
Oh.
Cousin Face boxing again. I see Jizzy sees Pam essential to the show now. Fire Ashley, go back to your box. Damn. Wave Key, thank you so much for the super. Wave Key says Mrs. Wag brings nothing to the show. She's not fashionable, funny, witty, nor does she have access to the checking account.
Now hold on a minute now. She got access to the money. Unlike Sweet Tea, I'm Married to Medicine. She got access to the money.
And that's a whole lot of money, nearly $40 million.
Listen, no, she has access. And also, hold on. Angel in person.
Beautiful.
Angel in person versus on the TV. I said Angel in person, beautiful.
You can see she's pretty, yeah.
I hope next season if she returns and you see her, she don't turn up on you, Brooke, and be like, I heard what you said about me on your YouTube channel.
No. She was like, Brooke, I watch you. She was like, I watch all the critiques. I get it. Bobby is lovely in person.
Is he?
He's very sweet. He's lovely. Like, very nice.
And tall, right?
Very tall. In person, you don't understand. Angel is a beautiful woman. I'm serious.
I can see it. I mean,
I definitely. I don't think she needed the filters.
Beautiful.
Teach, thank you so much for another super chat. Teach says, I don't hold Stacey's weed lie against her. In what world do you announce a business deal before it's finalized? Some lies are necessary and strategic. 100%.
But it also opened your eyes to who are you going into business with? Because how did this get back to somebody on the show?
And maybe it was an earlier business part. Maybe it wasn't this particular one.
Yeah. Okay.
So who knows? That would be my question to her. How do you ladies feel about Monique's return? Monique is back, and you saw the preview for next week's episode that I sent you. That's a ladies watch this before we go live, because she's doing a whole binder celebration. They're making a big joke about it. Her and Giselle had to sit down. Taria, how did you feel about that sit down? How do you feel about Monique returning in that little joke she made to Stacey when she was trying to grab the binder away from Stacey?
It describes Monique's whole personality. That scene, she's healing unhealed. Girl, you keep saying this healing, and I'm not saying that we don't heal from something and something can trigger to kind of whatever. But if that was, and maybe she'll say that was such a horrible moment in my life that now I want to try to flip it. I don't buy it. I'm trying to follow Monique. I've believed, you know what? Because I have to be honest, I traditionally have not cared for Monique since her first season. I felt like her first season, she was trying to present something that she wasn't. That was, to me, I wanted to see the real Monique. Also, she told the story about the kind of school that she grew up in, and she was bullied for being this and being Black. Girl, you grew up 45 minutes from me. I know the school you went to, but here and there. But anyway, so I didn't like that. I felt like we weren't getting the real Monique, right? Coming back, I said, it's going to be hard. I'm going in with an open mind. I like what she's talking about, even though just a few months prior, you was talking about the show was toxic. You would never go back in that environment. But here you are. That makes me look at you different. I would rather her have said, it's a toxic environment. Let's be clear. I didn't get alimony. I'm going to go in there still trying to maintain my healing and get my coin. I would have respected her for that.
You sell my essential oils in my new book.
Come on. But Monique wants a certain perception of her. So she would never say that because she doesn't want people to think that she needs anything. So her sharing to me that she's not getting alimony or child support is not out of I'm being vulnerable. It's out of I'm such a good person that I felt like this because I'm so innocent at heart, I don't need your money. So it's not out of what people think it's out of for me. I would be believing Monique if not for her interviews outside of the show, because her interviews are now very different towards Stacey than what she's saying in the show. The after show, very different. So I'm looking at her side eye. And to wrap it up, because I can't believe I even have this much to say about Monique. She's gorgeous. I like that she showcases hairstyles in our community. She's a beautiful woman. And that scene with the binders to me wraps up exactly who Monique is. She's healing unhealed.
Oh,
for me.
Okay, put it on a t-shirt. Brooke, how are you feeling about Monique's return? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You know how I feel. I was one of the loudest voices when season 5 happened about how I felt about Monique. Still maintain she was dead wrong. She turned on her friend for absolutely no reason. Monique is just the black version of Sutton Strack. She wants to be with the cool girls.
Come on.
Let's just be honest. She has always wanted to be in with Giselle. That's it. That's all. I'm indifferent to her being on the show now. I know she's trying to sell us this whole healing journey, but when you can't ever just take full accountability, why can't you ever just say, I'm sorry, I was wrong for what I did? It's all this going around and around the mulberry bush to still say a bunch of nothing. I was hoping, I was optimistic that she would just give us the truth, and she still can't give that. For you to blame everybody about why you assaulted Candace in season 5 is just ridiculous. Then that Watch What Happens Live appearance that she did when she was on 2 weeks ago, and the viewer asked her the question in the audience of, do you ever see a reconciliation with Candace? And she said, no, we never had a relationship like that. When we played the flashbacks of seasons 3 and 4, and you're saying, oh yeah, you're one of my best friends, I really like you. It's just like, you just can't tell the truth. And to piggyback what Taria said, you said when you left the show, season 5, I will never get back on that show. It's toxic and I don't need that little check. You said that to Andy in his face. Then for you to come back and try to pose it as something else, you still can't be honest about that. Like Taria said, I would have more respect for you if you would just say, you know what? This fool didn't give me child support or alimony, and I need the money for me and our 3 babies. And he, we had a horrible prenup. I got nothing. We'd have more respect for you. But it's just the fact that Monique can't tell the truth. I just can't see it for her. But like, I was willing to give her a chance, but she just can't tell the truth. She can't tell the truth. The most that we'll get from her is a half truth. So
I mean, there's so many, because the more you ladies talk, the more I'm like, well, there were these stories that we've covered since she left the Real Housewives of Potomac. There's these little stories of inconsistencies, and one thing she says, and then it's another thing she says, and it's like, well, that's not consistent with what you said before.
Think about her divorce. Ashley comes out and says they're separated. She does a live with Chris.
We were at BravoCon when that came out.
Yes. So come on, like there's that. To me, what gets me is Monique sat on season 5 crying in tears with her pastor saying Candace didn't deserve that. Monique said that. We didn't, nothing to do with the audience. But then you apologize to Giselle Bryan, who sat in that confessional and talked about the paternity of your child. And you wanted to have a sit down with Giselle and said Giselle was the last piece of your healing journey. When people may not like how Candace says things, people may not like it, but like Candace said, you have my number, or you could get it. You've apologized to everyone but me. To me, if you are totally and completely healing, you have to humble yourself.
Thank you.
Nobody's saying to get back the relationship. And let's be clear, the reason that Candace fell out with a lot of them was behind you, defending you.
But let's talk about this, though. When you get back to season 5, and I hate to rehash this and bring this back up, but it bears repeating. Monique's timeline makes no sense. they revealed that it was in season 3 where Giselle brought up the whole paternity of the kid. Remember that?
Yes.
So you're telling me that you want to be friends with somebody since season 3 where you knew they were making up rumors about your newborn baby and the paternity of that child? The whole timeline makes no sense to me of why you were mad at Candace. It was Giselle who was behind this rumor for 2 years straight. So if we go off of that alone, there was no reason for her to do what she did to Candace. It was misdirected anger. She knew that if she had hit Giselle or Robin, it would have been a lawsuit. It would have been a whole bigger issue. But she said, let me go for the weakest link. Let me go for the ones the fans don't really care for or whatever have you. And that's why she did what she did. And I will stand 10 toes down on that hill till the day I leave this earth, because that's the real truth and nothing but the truth. A mess.
I will say this, and it goes back to repeating what I was just saying about why I feel as if Giselle is being nice towards Wendy. It's the same reason why she's being kind and nice and like, oh, we're moving on. We never really had an issue. It's all good between us. I like this energy between us. I felt like during the BravoCon panel, I was like, okay, I like how they're explaining this, but I still believe Giselle's motivation behind making peace with particular individuals is to keep her position on the show, to make Bravo happy, to make production happy, because she's already said, and I think it was during one of her live shows, that she does, if she had to choose between Candace and coming back, she would choose Monique. And I think it's because Candace called her out for colorism
and for her works. And you know who else who got over in season 5? I have to skate who skated was Karen Huger. Karen Huger. People like to bring up, well, Candace was going to be a part of the whole paternity, because Candace says to the group when they were out to dinner, when they were talking about the paternity of her son, that won't work. He looks just like him. And I understood Candace trying to throw it out. We often overlook it coming out that Candace went home and called Karen and asked her to tell Monique what they were planning, because they weren't on the best of terms. Karen called Monique, brought up the situation and said, oh, your girl didn't tell you. And for 2 seconds, that came up at the reunion and they didn't go into it. The way Karen relayed the message to Monique was like, oh, your girl didn't tell you, versus Candace called me to put me up on game. This is what they about to do to you, before going into the season. It came up briefly in at the reunion, season 5. Karen got off scot-free. And I still see people today saying Candace was going to go along with it. Nah, Candace used Auntie Karen, and Auntie Karen was messy boots.
Well, Auntie Karen's karma has come forward at this particular point.
Now, do y'all think, look at Karen traditionally on the show. Do y'all think if Karen was on this season, despite her, thank you, Mitch. Despite Karen, Karen did go to HR and talk about
get her fired.
She was scared for Candace. She was scared for Candace. And my friends that work in HR said, you don't come to us when you're concerned about an employee. You come to us when you want to get rid of. But do y'all think the way Karen knows how to play the game, yes, she had issues with Stacey, but now this season that everybody's against Stacey, I could see Karen going the opposite way.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And look, I would be okay with that, because I feel like Stacey has not said a terrible thing about Karen while she's been very gracious.
Yes.
So I'm okay with it. If they decide to put whatever issues they had at the end of their last season, fine. Let's not dwell in that. I would have loved to see Karen then defending Stacey. One of the moments of Potomac that made me laugh was what Stacey and Wendy, girl, I was on the ropes. And that let me know, right, Stacey, you are playing this game. But here's the thing, too, in regards to that, and we're going to wrap it up, guys. You're just joining us. I'm here with the Brooke, Ashley, and Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure that you're following and subscribe to both our guests. That's the only right thing to do, because I know you're enjoying this. Okay, they do all of this. They cut up on their channels all the time.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so be sure to follow. Here's the thing, because the elephant brain is working. I think Giselle played this wrong. I think she should have become a frenemy with Stacey this season, very much like how she was with Karen. Yes. Instead of trying to come for Stacey time after time after time this entire season. No, you should have used her as the Karen, but you don't have the respect for her that you do Karen. So you thought you could just throw her under the bus and you weaponize anything that you can against her, and then everyone would hate her, and it's just blown up in your face. Yes.
Jassy did it's like these little moments to me that can kind of push a story or force them to tell the truth. When they were leaving, when Stacey was leaving Giselle's party and Giselle came over and made a show of hitting the button, and Jazzy says, "Oh, you don't like her either?" And then
she was confused.
And I think Giselle thought it was just going to be a no. And Jazzy said, "Why?" It forced her to say, "Because of the things that I've heard."
Yeah. And that's when people were like, see, Giselle has not changed.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask one quick question. Do you think it's kind of weird when Giselle and Ashley in interviews say things like, "This is just a job, and when I leave the scene, I forget about it. I disassociate. I don't care"? Like, that's kind of weird to me because this is supposed to be your reality. It is your real life, right? So how can you shade somebody or try to dig up dirt on somebody's family or their husband or destroy them and then say, "Well, it's just a job"? Like, I don't know how that works. And you've heard even Crystal say that on her podcast with Cynthia, Humble Brag podcast, and even Crystal said that it was really weird for her because she'd be in a scene with Kyle or Erica and they would drag her, curse her out, say whatever about her. And then the minute the cameras are down, they say, "Okay, girl, let's go out for drinks and dinner." Like, and she's like, "I can't, you just verbally accosted me. How can I get over that?" Like, I don't know.
She wanted to be real, and they've been on the show for too long.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I don't like to see. Remember back in the day, for those of us of a particular age, we actually punched a time clock before it all went digital. So you would put that little yellow. Oh, maybe not y'all. Okay. We had a long yellow,
Even I'm too young for that. I never punched.
Come on, chat. Those of y'all that are of my age, come on, chat. Back me up. Back me up.
Digital for me.
And you better play, and you better post them too if the chat backs me up. We had a long yellow card, and we would go in and it would clock you in and out.
Oh. I think I remember seeing my mom do that. Okay, Nene's back. That's exactly what that gave. That gave Nene.
My girl. I don't like looking at Giselle and feeling that. Thank you, critical thinker. Come on, y'all have my back. I don't like to look at my housewives and feel that emotion when I had to clock in. Cindy, come on, you almost had Cindy. Now, Cindy, me and you about to fight now.
Cindy said, "Yeah, I've seen it on
Google." Cindy, come on, I told y'all to back me up.
I've seen it on old episodes, flashback episodes of All in the Family.
Did you? After this live, both will be getting a strongly worded voice note, not even a text. But y'all get the point of having to punch in it. You to visually see somebody, you know they're starting work, you know they're done work because you see them going to a time clock. I don't want to feel that way about my housewife shows. And when I watch Giselle, I feel like I'm watching her go to work and I'm watching her leave work. I don't like that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that it's weird to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I sympathize with Angel, because Angel is literally like, I don't know how people do that. This is our real life. And in real life, I'm not going to be able to get over you embarrassing me or cursing me out or calling me names. Yeah. And then when the cameras are down, you say, "Okay, girl, it's this just for, and it makes me feel like it's not really real then, because what are we really doing? You get like, how are we able to go so hard with each other when the cameras are on? Then when the cameras are off, it's like, "Okay, girl, I was just joking around. Let's all slap five," in the words Funky Dineva, and go for a drink. Like, I don't know how we do that. Like, I don't know.
I said I felt like that they need to give Angel a breather because that catfish took me over the edge. I said I wish Angel had yelled at. I know you're used to using cat to get your way through life, but this ain't it. Like, see, that would have. See, once again, this is why. Because like you said, this is real life. And I can't go have drinks with you. You're actually going to be upset with me more when I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah. Ladies, I'm going to let you go really shortly because I've kept you way over time. Okay. Tamara, thank you so much for the super chat. Another super chat. Tamara says, "I love me some Sauvignon Blanc and Sauvignon energy." Brooke is coming with "Love you all, hilarious. Happy holidays."
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Zoe says, "The Karen thing just woke me up because I thought she was a good friend that told her and thought Candace was a bad friend, so she deserved the whooping."
Zoe.
No to Queen. Fingers crossed for a rewatch and recap of Housewives of Potomac season 6 in 2026. A lot of rewritten history in the chat. Ms. Parker, thank you so much for another super chat. She says, can we talk
Come
about
on.
Giselle saying that Stacey can't be trusted around husbands and children? Meanwhile, Ashley smooching, physically interacting, having sex with Teresa's son. Ladies, I want to know your thoughts on that.
I think sometimes when you are around predatory behavior, you become predatorial.
I've been saying that about Ashley. I said more and more I watch Ashley, I'm like, and now I understand why she was with Michael Darby.
Mm-hmm. And watch Ashley with Josh. Something about that dynamic I don't like. And the whole money thing, like her trying to make him seem like he don't have enough for her. But now she's on Watch What Happens Live saying they're dating again. That could be a bit of a power dynamic, like with her and Michael.
Control him. Go ahead, bro.
I think it's desperation. It's pure desperation. It's like, this is desperado behavior, because all these other men out and about, you have to choose Teresa's son. And I understand they're both grown, but here's my thing, right? If you are going to hook up with a friend's child, have the good sense not to talk about it. And I don't like how she tried to embarrass Jackson, because it's like, I'm sure he didn't want his mom to know that. And my thing is, be a lady, like be a gentleman, like don't sit up here and talk about your sexcapades. Like that's between you and the person that you slept with. Why did you feel the need to try to embarrass him in front of the group and his mom? Like she's just so immature. And I really hate to say this, but Ashley is one of the only housewives where it's like, I really can't stand. Like other housewives, I can, I'm neutral on. Like I never say that I can't stand a housewife, because it's like, I don't know you like that. It's for me to say that I don't like you, right? But she's one of the only housewives where I feel like I can't stand her. She has such a messy, chaotic, disturbing spirit. There was no reason for her to bring that up at the family fun day. At that, you have little kids there, babies there. Why are you bringing that up?
Why was Charisse wearing? Maybe this is what Charisse gets. Why was Charisse wearing lingerie at the family fun day?
And when you look at the scene that was set before us, it's a family fun day with women and their children.
Yes.
Even though Jackson is older, they invited the women and their children. So Charisse's child, even though he's an adult, that's still his child. I'm my mama's child and I'm 48. Okay. So the backdrop to that and then revealing this information there says so much about Ashley.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Ladies, I cannot let you go without us, because I know, Brooke, you have thoughts on Kiarna's relationship with Greg. I literally didn't believe that we were going to end this live without me getting your thoughts on Desperado.
Brooke needs to put that on a shirt.
Yes, please, because I want to buy it. What are your thoughts on, because that's her storyline this season? People have their thoughts about Kiarna and her relationship with the other women, but her storyline is about her now letting go the engagement and getting a picture frame. My man, my condo, and my picture frame.
Can I go real quick? I'm going to just say this. What sums up Kiarna, when she said to Stacey said, what am I jealous of? My life, my things, my this, only for you to turn around and say, you and Greg don't do the big things. So what are we jealous of? Girl, you look silly. I'm not taking up for Greg, but last season, Greg made a comment. They were in his place of business, and they talked about why they hadn't been married yet. And Greg made some comments that at the time people were like, but now I'm kind of seeing them. I think we're actually getting the real Kiarna. And that's what people like. I believe that's actually her. You're so Baltimore. And there's nothing wrong with, because I love my Baltimore girlies, my friends, all of that. And I've been here for 20 some years. Wow. But I don't think that Kay may be the nicest person. I really don't. She's gorgeous. And maybe I shouldn't say the nicest person, but I don't think she's as, I don't know. There's something about Kay that seems, mind you, I want to go to her spot and talk to her. But so that may never happen now. But I don't know. There's something about Kay that just doesn't seem, I don't know. either way, I felt like she looks like a fool now after telling Stacey all that and then going back and saying her and Greg are low key. Yeah, there's that. And I think that it's not just with the relationship, it ain't just Greg. I think it's Kiarna too. And why she lie and say that she bought the condo in the beginning of the season? Why are they going to get into that at the reunion? She didn't have to lie to us. She could have just said, because why would you? If you're thinking it's short term to move out, you wouldn't go buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Why did she lie to us? But yeah, so there's something with Kiarna that just doesn't sit right with me. But on the other hand, I do want to go and talk to her and get a dermaplaning session in.
Goodbye.
Go bag. Go bag.
Brooke, your thoughts on this whole Kiarna and Greg situation?
I think it's embarrassing. This is pure desperado behavior. It doesn't take a man all these years to know if he wants you. I saw a very healthy marriage. My dad pursued my mom, vigorously. I heard the stories about how they met, and my dad was like, I saw her at a party. She had on this like sexy cat suit, long ponytail, and he was like, that's my wife. Like he proposed to her after 4 months. Like yes. So
Yeah.
like I grew up hearing and I witnessed like a healthy marriage. And my dad always told me that when a man wants you, you will know. And if you have to ask a man about marriage, if it's taking years and years and years, he don't want you. You're a placeholder. My dad was blunt about when a man wants you, you will know. And it saved me from wasting time. And you know what I'm saying? And so if a man's not coming at you with that energy, so Kay's wasting her own time. So I know we get on Greg, but Kay's wasting her own time. And I hope that the ladies hear it. When a man wants you, you don't have to beg. You don't have to ask. If you have to ask, there's a problem. He don't want you. He don't. And listen, we got to really break it down because girls are wasting their own time. And it's sad. And I hate the fact that she's sitting up here, moving in with him, begging for a ring. He's in her picture frame. He couldn't even buy you a bracelet.
Right?
Come on.
No, because I keep wondering. I don't know if I'm hopeful. Like I could care less about Kiarna's storyline. I would keep wondering. I was like, wait, no, they're setting us up because he's going to propose this season. No, because at the premiere party, Giselle said she saw him with a blinged out neck and was just like, well, you could have took one of those and gave her a ring. So I'm like, wait, so they really didn't get engaged?
And the picture frame could have led up to the proposal right then.
Right in that moment.
He said, this is for our first picture. First picture when y'all been together for years. So our first picture as man and wife, and then dropped to his knees and asked her. Corey told me the same thing because I asked him, when did you know I wanted to marry? When did you know you wanted to marry me? He said it was really soon. He just knew he had to be ready. He said he said the same thing. It doesn't take years for a man to know if he wants to marry.
No. And I have people who try to fight me in my comments, but I'm just like, listen, baby, I'm a product of what it looks like when a man wants a woman. You have to chase a man, beg a man. Okay, you have these crazy women out here paying a man's way, getting on bended knee for a man. I mean, we need to get back to Christ.
Why are you throwing candy under the bus like this?
Because it doesn't work.
We need to get back. Did you say we need to get back to Christ?
No, we do. It's just, I don't know what's going on, but the girls have lost their minds. It's an epidemic of desperados, and I'm tired of it. If you have to beg a man in any capacity, he does not want you.
Yes.
So move
You're gonna have to come back when we do one of our dating lives so we can talk about this. Like,
let's do it.
I'm tuned in. Yes,
that would be good because I know the audience. I think it's important to have these conversations. But I thought of it and I was like, oh my God, we have to talk about this before I let you ladies go. Ladies, before we go, let me just say thank you. Thank you to everyone that joined us today. Thank you, Tish, for another super chat. She says, I think them admitting that she should feel like a slap in Bravo's face because fans hate inauthenticity. Like y'all can't even lie and pretend and try to trick the fans.
Yes.
Yeah. Jameer, thank you so much for the super chat. Jameer says, Ashley revealing that she hooked up with Sharice's son reminded me when Julia revealed her and Adriana slept together in the Hamptons at the reunion. I also brought up the example when we were talking about Ashley hooking up with Sharice's son. I said, what if the tables were reversed and it was Michael Darby saying that he slept with one of Giselle's daughters?
They're
legal.
Yeah, people would have a fit.
Yes.
I always try to just switch it up. Let's switch it up and see how would you guys feel? Yes, they're adults. Grace is an adult.
Oh,
Ew. I don't even want the thought. I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry. It's fun. Thank you so much for the sense that the girls are buying throat spray.
I do remember this.
So, okay, y'all, go back on my live.
This was hilarious. I
did a live about the viral story of the woman who flew herself out, and she bought an industrial-sized bottle of throat spray. She was offering to give this man the most amazing, I don't know if I can say it on your live, but just, you know what I'm talking about, okay?
A professional?
A professional,
yes.
Yes. She was, and he turned her down. She was begging to, and on top of that, she was begging to eat his
groceries?
Yes. A mess. We cut up TikTok? It was on TikTok. She ended up taking the whole video down, but I talked about it on my live in February. It was 2 hours and 45 minutes. We cut up.
Yes, we did.
Cut up. I went in on her. Send me the desperation. The desperation.
And then she got mad at us. She got mad at the viewers for calling her out.
She sure did. And then she had the nerve to say, because it was flu season in February, and so she had the nerve to take a picture the next day and put it on TikTok. And she said, "Y'all want to bash me, but I'm the reason why all the throat spray at Walgreens is sold out."
And she was proud of it.
And the whole time, the throat spray is sold out because it's flu season, you clown.
I said Nancy Reagan was turning over in her grave because, you know, they say Nancy Reagan was the throat goat. That was her name. So
yes,
I did not know that. I could have lived my life without knowing that.
She was around them Paramount. She was supposedly around them movie sets, throating it out, honey.
Yeah. Ladies, okay, Brooke, what's coming up for you? What should people be looking out for? Because after this, I'm gonna go watch that live. Okay,
yes, it is good.
Somebody in the chat asked me, "What's the name of that live?" It's February of this year, and it says it was about Dr. Heavenly, and it says the throat spray girl flies herself out. So you'll find me if you type in the Brooke Ashley throat spray girl, the live is gonna pop up. Okay.
I remember cutting that was a browser live.
I need to go watch that. I hate that I'm missing out. I got FOMO. Brooke, what's coming up for you, and where can people follow you?
Oh, so you all can follow me here on YouTube at The Brooke Ashley. You can follow me on Instagram, The Brooke Ashley _. I'm The Brooke Ash on Twitter. I'm The Brooke Ashley 1 on TikTok. And coming up, I owe you guys some lives. So come on over. We have a good time. I mean, I'm sorry, we have a good old time. We cut up. So come on over. If you're not subscribed, come on over. I'm fun. We talk. Love y'all down. And yes, so just
yes. Taria, what's coming up for you? The comments right now, lit.
First of all, thank you for having us. Y'all know I love y'all down on camera and off camera. You know, so there's that. Coming up, the YouTube, the podcast, come at WeGo, WEIGO podcast on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all those good stuff. Y'all help me. I'm only 206 away from a milestone, 7,000. So y'all come over and help me get to 7,000 subscribers. I'm excited about that. Thank you to everybody who's a part of the community. Anybody new coming over, I appreciate y'all. We have a good time. I'm going to go live in 2026. I'm going to start going live. Maybe the end of 2025. I just got to figure it out with help from some of my friends that you're looking at. So, y'all come on over. We have a good time. We talk about a lot of things. And in the words of Cynthia Bailey, what else is going on?
Ladies, as always, it's always a good fun time in Kiki. As I said, I'm gonna have to bring you both back for one of our dating lives so we can just talk about that and not talk about these housewives, because I love hearing the conversation. And I think even if you don't agree with people, I think it's important to hear other people's opinions, especially when it comes to dating, because Brooke grew up a different way. She grew up with a father that instilled in her certain beliefs and values. And so her perspective on dating is going to be different. Yes. Taria grew up a different way. She's been married for how long?
24 years.
Wow. What else? What are you guys doing for the big 25? We'll talk offline.
It will involve throat spray. Actually, I'm a professional. I don't need it.
Okay.
We may need some live cane patches after it's over, but I'm good on the first round.
OMG. And if you guys enjoyed this, we've collaborated multiple times. Just put our names in together into the search engine, and you can definitely see and hear us on YouTube and on the podcast. More information on the Brooke Ashley and Taria Faison will be available in the description. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. Don't forget, guys, the Kempire After Dark, a live show, New York City, the only show I have planned for 2026, March 13th. Get your tickets today. There's a live stream option. So even if you're not available to come to New York, even though you should, because we have a good old time behind the scenes. Just saying. Go get your tickets today. Ticket information will be available in the description. Everyone have a great rest of your day. This was over 2 hours. Y'all kept us past the time.
Yes.
Y'all.
Here we go now.